Now a play fake. Rodgers hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Rodgers now on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. First down, a run with Cohen. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that to the 50. Bring it.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers. It's caught by OBJ. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 27 yards there, a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And into the red zone now. And Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Come on, switch it. Switch.
It's Coleman here. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Mike 55.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Switch gears.
They'll run forward with Tariq Cohen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Line, 90.
Here we go, G. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me. It's me and you. Just
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
He lets it fly for Lockett. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Throwing now is Rodgers. He completes it to Julio Jones.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Alert 3. Get 300. Get 300.
Now Rodgers. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Rodgers to throw once more. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Green 18.
Tighten up. Tighten up. Pull it together. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Hey, what?
Green 18.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Green 80.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. They go back to the ground with Johnson. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Slam. Alert three.
36 power.
Third and long. It's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, check Mike 26. Check Mike 21. Hey, orbit. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Jump out.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Caught by Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Rodgers. He finds his target, Beckham. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Kill. Hey, turn it up. He's checking. Crash. Watch twist.
Inside.
Check three. He's coming.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Kill.
Tevin Coleman as the first half is winding down, as the Bears push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken very short. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on third.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Underneath for Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And down to the 28-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Running the sweep, Hilton with it. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. T.Y. Hilton with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On play action, it's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 2nd and 9, Wilson flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Bears' 32-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
On the toss, here's Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Ty Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time and led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. It's caught. Beckham. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Rodgers now to throw. This complete to Jones. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, Cohen. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the 38, Rodgers, flush to his right. Complete to Jones. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago! Tevin Coleman with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bears have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken very short.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards after the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson.
Number 33, carry on the carrier.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
A 3-yard gain on the play.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Alert, 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 alert.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Johnson. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Lions on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Right 38, right 38.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. Johnson, the intended target. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Bears, first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Senator, 319.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day.
319.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Rodgers going to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Right 21, check right 21.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Results in a fourth down.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Again, it's Johnson. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Now Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. Looking deep for Hilton. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Check 43. Watch the safety creep. Check 50. Check 50. Check. Get Mike. Jim.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He finds Beckham complete. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3-and-out. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Rodgers throwing here. It's caught by OBJ. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. On third down, here's Coleman. Finding some room at midfield. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Tevin Coleman, 62 yards as the Bears push further out in front. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Looking to throw on second down. Wilson. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. They go play action here on first down. Open man, Tanner Gabriel. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Rodgers looking to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that'll bring up second down.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Switch, switch, switch. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill.
Hey, black.
Rodgers now to throw again, eluding the pressure right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
What? 380!
I got you! I got you!
Cut!
Here's Wilson. Going to throw again. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete. It's third down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Focus, defense, focus.
12, 12, 12.
50, Mike, over. Tight down. There you go. Mike, 50, Mike, 50. Watch the screen.
Got it.
Check out.
Good touch.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Incomplete. Coverage on the play by Kyle Ford.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Jumper. Check four. Pass it.
One left.
Watch out.
Wilson now throwing on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Let's go, baby.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Bears, the win will be their 12th now on the campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.